Hello everybody. Today I'm going to explain how we developed or how me and my partners developed the project for the 8th cycle. In this case, my work is titled Useful Activities to Practice Writing with Graphic Organizers. This work is a set of writing activities and graphic organizers for 10-year students. Well, I'm going to tell you how it starts. Okay, we started searching information about the projects of the last cycle. For example, we look for information about visual aids, graphic organizers, technology, using teaching, and more. Also, we have to look for information about the English skill, which are writing, listening, reading, and speaking, but also we add the part of grammar and vocabulary. Then, after look all of this information, we choose or look for information about the modules of the current government for the English teaching, and we have to choose one. And I decided to choose the 10th grade. Okay, after take all of this decision, okay, I have to choose also what to use in order to practice English skills, and I decide to work with graphic organizers and writing a skill. Well, now I'm going to explain what information I have about graphic organizers. That is my tool to work or to practice writing a skill. Okay, according to Learning Disabilities Association of America, which defines that graphic organizers are visual thinking tools that makes picture our thoughts. Then these pictures demonstrate relationships between facts, concepts, or ideas and guide your thinking as designed with the map or the diagram. Okay. Then we have another definition about Haynes and Harvey, 2020. They present the graphic organizers as a useful educational tool in any subject or in any area. They help students to organize their thoughts and ideas and answering questions, also function as a pre-writing tool for essays, and provide a visual display of information. As I mentioned you here in those definitions, you understand that it's a good tool to work in writing, also to join our ideas and before writing, and also it is an adaptable material that you could use always. Into the type of graphic organizers, we are going to find cluster, a story map, mind map, perception map, sequence chart, also analogy graphic organizers, and T-chart. All of this was investigated into the part of graphic organizer. Cernivas, 2017, defines writing as a productive skill and also one of the most complex skill of the four language skills. Okay, learners have to put their thoughts and ideas in the form of writing as they should not miss the information. Writing in English is considered the most difficult skills because of its complexity or structure and vocabulary. Then we have another definition about Body, 2013, who states that writing is a highly sophisticated skill which combines a number of various elements that requires not only grammar and also coherence and cohesion. Writing needs time, thought, and many conscious choices to move from one first conception to public document. Now I'm going to talk about the writing sub skills. Okay, lexicon is the first one, which involves all the vocabulary that you know, in this case, into the English language. The organization on the syntax is how you structure your sentences, or also how you organize your essays, giving first introduction, the main body, and also at the end the conclusion. In the case of the syntax, if you follow the correct sentence structure. Also in the grammar, if you use the correct tenses. And the content or unity if you talk about the one topic. if you are giving correct vocabulary about this topic. Then in the writing process, you have the pre-writing, the drafting, the revising, editing, and publishing. Okay, in the pre-writing process, you are going to work giving your ideas, also brainstorming, listing. It's like a pre-writing. Okay, it's what you do before write. Okay, in the case of draft, you have an idea from the pre-writing and you start to write this. Yeah, in this case, you have to use sentences. Also, you are going to start to organize your writing. In the part of revision, you are going to revise little mistakes about the drafting. In the case of our editing, is the last part until publishing, and you have to check all grammar mistakes and also punctuation, and you're going to check a coherence and cohesion. And the last one is publishing, in which you are going to share the document or your writing with your classmates, or also you could publish it for a newspaper in order that you receive a good feedback about this and to improve your next work. Okay, in the part of evaluation of writing, which is one of the most important things in our document, is the linguistic competence, the discourse competence, and sociolinguistic competence. Okay, the ones that I choose to work here because involves a lot of soft skills is the linguistic competence, which involves the structure of sentences. As I said before, that is the order that you follow at the time to write a sentence. Also the vocabulary, which belongs to lexicon. That is how much vocabulary do you know about a topic. If you are using it correctly. Also, we have the punctuation and capitalization that you know that is important at the time to write in order to give a rhythm to your writing, and also to your reading for the readers. Okay, the discourse competence is the coherence and cohesion, which means that you have to follow a structure and use correct connectors at the time to develop your essays. And sociolinguistic competence goes to write with a correct register according to the reader, and also give good details at the time to explain something. Okay, now I'm going to explain the outline of our activities. First, we're going to start with the context, in which we are going to show you the index with each part that it has. Then we are going to give you the introduction with the purpose of the activity and the leaflet. Also, we have the information about graphic organizers and its uses. We have the summary of the contents. We are going to use notes for the teachers, how they have to familiarize with the graphic organizers, the tips, also variations. Also, we are going to explain the soft skills needed, also the topics or the contents that they have in their modules to work. The activities that I'm going to use are a cluster and mind map activity about sport. They want to use grammar and past tense in this case. Then we have a sequence chart activity, story map activity, T-chart activity, persuasion map, sequence chart, handy flow chart, and also persuasion map, and the last one, the this cluster activity. All of these graphic organizers are related with the topics, and also they are going to work with the linguistic competence. That is all that I mentioned before. Well, now I'm going to explain you detail what we have in each part of an activity. First, we have the name, that is, in my case, this example is sport event writing. Okay, then we have the type of activity. In this case, it means if you are going to work alone with your students, or if they are going to work in groups or in pairs. In this case, in this activity is individual work. The soft skills, as I was saying, is linguistic competence. Each activity has an objective, and in this case the objective is to practice linguistic competence, which involves the structure of sentences, the use of the correct vocabulary according to the context, punctuation, and capitalization. The time that we have for most of all activities are 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Topic is the sport event. Also, we have here the materials and preparations. In this case, is send, copy the mind map and sequence chart graphic organizers for each student. It means that the teacher has to be prepared before the class with the material. Then we have the procedure. In this activity is that the teacher explains students that they are going to write about a sport event. Then the teacher gives or sends the students the mind map. After show an example how to complete the mind map. List 3 different sports to write about. Ask students to choose one sport of the 3 given. Students complete the mind map, writing the name, time, place, and 2 interesting facts of a sports choosing. Then show an example how to complete the sequence chart. Students write complete sentences on the sequence chart, including the name, time, place, and 2 interesting facts of the sport event choosing. Students finish the activity when they complete the last part of the sequence chart, which is interesting facts. Okay, then at the time to check, the teacher is going to choose at random 2 or 3 students to read their works in order to revise with the class the sentence structure, vocabulary usage, capitalization, punctuation, and then give feedback. And the teacher could recommend to the rest of the students to revise their writing while their partners are reading their ones. And at the last part, give an extra point if students' writing was well done. Here I have the graphic organizers, where you have that is guided, for example, with the name, no, in this case in the center, sport event, when it is developed, a name of this sport event, where it is developed, and also 2 interesting facts. In this case, this is a mind map graphic organizer with a little guides. They have to write only keywords. They are not going to use sentences here. And as you can see here, we're going to talk about FIFA World Cup, where we have the time that is developed each 4 years, and 2022 is going to be the next one. And also the countries varies the countries, but in this case the next one is in Qatar. And the 2 interesting facts could be that it was developed since 1930, and the Brazil country has more cups. Okay. In the last part we have the sequence chart, where students have to write sentences. Okay. And they are going to include the keywords that they use in the mind map. For example, with the first one, they write about World Cup. Okay, they could write the name of this sport event is World Cup. This is a complete sentences where the teacher is going to check the structure of this, also the punctuation, also the capitalization of this one, also the tense. Okay, the next part is when it is developed. The students are going to write it is developed each 4 years. The next time will be in 2022. Correct. Where it is developed, the location for this sport event varies each time, but for the next it will be in Qatar. Okay. And the last part is the sports event has been celebrated since 1930. Brazil has won more World Cups than any country. Okay. All of this is how it works. Organizers are one of the best tools to work in your classes because they are adaptable. Also, you could work with any topic. You only have to think how to use it in your class. And also I choose the writing skill because I think that is an important skill into the English language learning, because you have to share your information through this. Thank you everyone. See you later.